Hello and welcome back to the Sunbreak pack. We are laying with the pack here. Flash, Nyx, and Loki are in mourning after losing Bingo, our yearling, Loki's brother. Big boar grizzly came and invaded our rendezvous site after Loki and Nyx went out on their own to take care of territory, and unfortunately Flash and Bingo, they dealt with it the best that they could. They did save and protect all of the young pups, but unfortunately they did lose Bingo, and I think Flash is really beating himself up over that, wishing and thinking that he could have done more. And I'm distracted here because my husband's computer is right next to my computer, and it just turns on randomly. So it just turned on, and I'm hoping the fan does not cause problems because, it should be off, but it wants to be on apparently. Since we got these new computers, they just turn on their own sometimes, and it's really odd. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but anyways, yeah, everybody's in mourning. Everybody is very sad about losing Bingo. Flash is beating himself up because he thinks he should have done better. He should have protected Bingo more, and Bingo reminded him so much of Lightning, and to lose Bingo as well as his last mate Lightning is just, it's a lot on Flash's plate. We are going to go ahead and get some much needed rest. We also do have a sick pup. Nightshade is very sick. That's why we stayed home while Nyx and Loki went out, so that we could spend more time with Nightshade. And unfortunately, things just did not go well. Hi, Swiftstrike. Hey, Aphea. You getting the little teddy? Yeah. Hi, Raina. I know you guys are hungry, but we don't have anything to regurgitate. Unfortunately, Loki is spending some time with Nightshade here. Let's see if I can't get a picture. Just do a screenshot. Aphea's like, look, Dad, look what I have. Kind of right up against the grasses, so it's kind of a difficult picture to get, but there we go. Aphea. I'm happy you are enjoying that toy we brought home for you. Hi, Nyx. Let's give Nyx a lick because I don't think she was very happy with Flash when he chose to stay back while her and Loki went out. She kind of did like a stiff tail, and but now that he's suffered that loss, I think she's... Oh golly, there's another bear. Oh my goodness, not another one. Okay, I definitely think Flash is going to want to move. Oh, do not. Oh my goodness. Sorry about my phone. Oh, you bear. You leave our family alone. Oh, Nyx and Loki. Swiftstrike. Oh, get out of here. You know what? Like, usually I can lure these bears away, but he's just going after these pups so much worse than normal. Get out of here. Come on. Come on. Swiftstrike. Get into the grasses. Usually I can lure these bears away, but it's just so set on... Ouch. That was a swipe to the jaw. It's so set on trying to get these pups, my goodness. Like, I think the bears have changed a bit. Nightshade. Get out of here, bear. We don't want you here. Oh my gosh. Flash is going to chase this bear far away, as far as possible. Cannot believe that happened. So close together. Oh, Nightshade was already like not doing well, and now look at the little paw print on the left-hand side. Yeah, 7% now. Poor Flash. Ugh. Nightshade. You okay? All these pups need food. But Nightshade is not doing well enough for us to be able to go out and find food. Here. Let's put you by your mom, Nightshade. Oh man. Let's get a picture while we are hanging out with Nightshade. Aw, look at Nyx. It's like she knows that things are not looking good. Let's get rid of that stuff first. There we go. And Corundum. Loki coming back as well. Alright, we are not helping Nightshade feel any better. And I mean, at this point, I think that bear got Nightshade so many times that it's very likely that she is not going to recover, because, you know, what health she did have to give her a chance at surviving is just not there anymore. Yeah, she's pretty hungry as well. Aphea is really hungry. Loki's very hungry, and Nyx is very hungry. We really need food. I think Flash is just going to go out and see if he can find something to bring home to the pack. Hopefully Nyx and Loki stay. You know, and Flash might not make it back in time. You know, Nightshade very possibly could pass while he is out, but he has to go find food. He's going to send Nyx back home to be with with their pup. You know, he's trying to provide for his family in whatever way he can. But he's also kind of in a panic. You know, a lot has happened. You know, 2 bear attacks, you know, losing Bingo. Nightshade's super sick. The whole pack is so hungry, and you know, he's kind of just darting around aimlessly, not really sure what to do. He knows a rabbit isn't going to be enough to bring back to the pack, so eating that is going to help him put some food into his belly in the hopes of getting enough to at least be able to regurgitate some food. And you know, he doesn't want to be away if they are to lose Nightshade, so he's trying to hurry as quick as possible, but all of this brush makes it really difficult to find the tall grass patches. And in his panic state, he's not really thinking very well. You know, he's probably just running straight on by a bunch of them without even seeing them. There's the music that Nightshade is not making it. Ugh. What a tough couple of episodes for Flash. And even though, you know, I can see the messages and stuff like that, you know, he would not know that his pup did not make it. So oh, there they are. Yeah, he hears Nyx and Loki's howls. They're mournful howls, and he knows that Nightshade did not make it. And I think his howl would also be so sorrowful right now. And I think he's realizing that, you know, even though he has a new family, I mean, not so much a new family, but, you know, he has fresh beginnings with Nyx and, you know, a new life here in Slough Creek. He's quickly realizing that life isn't going to be easier. It's still going to be very challenging. Is that another bear? What is that? I think it is another bear. Oh, you get out of here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's okay. You can chase me. You just need to stay away from our pups. This area is full of bears, apparently. Oh! Ow! A fractured rib. That came rather quickly. Ow. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, well, Flash is now at half health. Poor Flash, my goodness. Yeah, they need to move their pups very, very soon, but, you know, right now, we just need to find food for the pack. Some mountain lion and a fox. Is there food over here? Oh, there is food. Not much food, but it's like barely a nibble. Flash is pretty desperate, so even if it is just a nibble, he is going to take it. Not enough to bring back to anybody, but it's so hard to see all the tall grasses in this area. Flash is going to do his best, though. Oh, he got one. It's not much, but he's going to run this back to the pack in the hopes that somebody will get to eat it. There's some mule deer over here that he can maybe hunt. Half health, though. He really has to be careful. And he is feeling pretty exhausted, and I imagine he would be exhausted after everything that he's been through in the last couple days. You know, loss hurts. Loss takes a lot out of you. You know, he's doing the best that he can to keep his pack alive, but I don't think I think he very much doubts himself because, you know, he was not able to keep Lightning alive. You know, the only pup he still has left is Loki, and I mean Lyric and Charger, but you know, they aren't with them anymore because they've already dispersed. Right, Ocelot. Thankfully, a lot of the pups are actually full, and they are getting that, so I think the pups will be fine. Poor Flash is very, very injured. But yeah, Loki and Nyx are in serious need of food. So we need to send these guys in. We cannot sleep or travel. Let's see what the scents are telling us. Looks like it's gonna have to be mule deer because we don't smell any elk. But besides a bull elk, I guess. But Flash remembers seeing the deer and knows that they are close by, and you know, they've lived off of mule deer before, so he is hopeful that they can do that. That is a buck mule deer. That's not going to work for them. Especially with Flash at half health, so I do. Did we just run right by a fawn? Yeah. I seen the pronghorn running towards us, and then it chose to run away. Flash is at 71. Nyx and Loki need the food way more than Flash, so he'll let them eat that. Alright, and then yeah, let's keep looking. Hopefully we either find something to hunt or more ungulates. And honestly, at this point, ungulates would be better because Flash is so injured right now that hunting would be very dangerous. Oh, the beavers. Oh, that's a good idea. I think Loki and Nyx would be suggesting the beavers, and Flash was like not even thinking about that, so he's thankful that they mentioned that. Good job, guys. We are pretty low on energy, so we really need to take turns here. Ouch. You guys, bite it. Bite it. Flash doesn't have the health to really let this beaver bite him, but he also doesn't want it to get away. Ouch. Guys, bite. Bite it. Don't want to die from a beaver. Oof. Flash is thanking God for that. I think they already ate it. I'd say that puts them all up high enough where they should be able to go home and get some sleep. You know, Flash is wanting to check the tall grasses as they make their way back, just in case he finds another ungulate or something that they can also munch on. Okay, he'll go ahead and eat this bunny. There is another ungulate hiding somewhere. Flash's nerves and such are calming a little bit. He's not in such a panicked state. You know, he knows that the pups have been good and fed. They should be good on staying in the grasses for a little bit, and he's thankful that he was able to find a little bit of food for Loki and Nyx. We keep running straight through the ungulate area. Here we go. Maybe down this way further? Oh. Well, a doe would give us full bellies, but Flash, you really do need to be careful. Loki, could you maybe come help, sir? What is Loki doing? Loki, what are you doing? Flash growling at Loki You know, he's he should be over here helping. You know, Flash is in no condition to be hunting anything right now. And for Flash just to be, or not Flash, but Loki just to be laying there taking a little nap while they're they're trying to take down this mule deer. Flash was not very happy about that. And they really don't have much stamina. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this off. I think if Loki was there helping them, they might have. Hey, coyotes. I see where you're headed. Get out of here. Yeah, we don't need a coyote attack at our rendezvous site either. You guys head on that way. Oh, Flash is just not having a great day, is he? However, he does spot a cow elk laying over here. And they won't be able to take down her, but it's much easier to see these tall grasses in this open field. So he is going to give this a try. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Alright, they are going to make their way back. He will let the pups have first dibs on this little calf that we found. And then the adults can munch on the rest of it. Yeah, it might be worth Flash eating a little bit off of it first to make sure he does get something, just because he is doing not good on his health and he's going to need some of this to help him heal. There we go. There we go. His mind instantly goes back to all the bears that he's seen out in the woods when he was looking for food, and yeah, he's sniffing the air, and they're gonna have to move to a different rendezvous site. Unfortunately, there are no more rendezvous sites down here. We would have to go clear up to the north. It's kind of a long ways. But if they can get away from all the bears, it would be worth it. So I think they're going to get a nap in while they can, and then that is definitely going to be on their mind. Thankfully, Flash has healed most of the way up. He is immediately scanning the woods for danger. Put a little bit more food down for the pups, get them fed, and then yeah, I think they are going to start their journey to a new rendezvous site. How's everybody's hunger today? Loki is still really hungry. He is the worst of everybody on hunger. So we are going to have to figure that out. Flash just thought he's seen a coyote over there. Pretty sure it's just a log. Yeah, he is very on edge. So yeah, we are going to have to save that for next time because that is all the time that I have for today. So we will definitely be moving to a new rendezvous site in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging with us. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you are new. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you guys. If you are newly subscribed, then welcome in. I am so happy to have you here, and I hope you are enjoying the content. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a blessed day. And until next time, bye-bye.